Welcome to Ignited Max YouTube channel. At this video, we are going to learn the properties of the determinant. With the properties, we are going to learn some more examples. So don't skip any of the properties. So now we are going to discuss about the properties of the determinant. At the earlier video, we have discussed to find the value of the determinant by the expanding form. But now, with using some of the properties, we can find the value of the determinant very easily. If they ask to find the value of determinant of 3 cross 3, then we will expand it with the first row or the second row or the third row or column wise. We will get the same answer at each and every time, but with using some of the properties, we can find it very easily. Then afterwards, in the expanding format, now I'm going to expand the first row. Okay, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to expand the element of 2, 3, 4. So first I'm going to take the element 2, in which 2 is represented in first row, first column. So I'm going to hide that element. After hiding it, I will get this 2 cross 2 determinant, in which 2 cross 2 determinant says that multiply the first diagonal element and subtract with the other diagonal element. So I'm just doing over here. Second element is 3, in which 3 is represented in negative sign, so minus 3. So 3 is first row and the second column, so I'm going to hide it, and 2 cross 2 determinant occurs, then the format will be applied. Then 4 is represented in positive sign, and 4 is in first row, third column. So first row and third column will be hide, and the 2 cross 2 determinant occurs, even I have written over here. Then the calculation that of 2 cross 2 determinant, that is multiplying the first diagonal element and subtract with the other diagonal element. This is how we are finding the value of determinant of 3 cross 3. This is in expanding format, but by using some of the properties of the determinant, we can solve the determinant sum very easily. So let's do it. If there is any shortcut way of method, then of course the face will be so happy. So let's start with the first property. The first property says that the value of the determinant remains unchanged if its row are turned into column and columns are turned into row. It says that at the previous example, with the expanding of the row term, I got the value as minus 6. The determinant of this value is minus 6. Now, with using the properties, with using the first property, at the same example I'm going to put it, and I'm going to get the answer very easily. So let's do it. So the property says that the value of the determinant remains unchanged if its row are turned into column and columns are turned into row. Here this all the rows and this all the columns. That is, an horizontal line means a row and the vertical lines means a column. So I am going to change the row into column and column into row. Like the 2, 3, 4 is present in row. So I am going to turn into column, that over here. First row will become as a first column, and second row will become as a second column, and the third row will become as a third column. Like first row will become as a first column over here, second row will become as a second column, and third row will become as a third column. So let's take the value as D dash, and I'm going to find the value of the determinant. The same answer I'm going to get it. This is the proof of the determinant. At the previous example, I have found the 3 cross 3 determinant by expanding the row 1, even at the D dash value, that is after interchanging the row and column. Okay, even I have expanded with my first row. You can see over here, with the help of the sign, I got the answer minus 6. Even at earlier also I got the answer minus 6. It concludes that D value is equal to D dash value. That is, the value of the determinant remains unchanged if its row are turned into column and columns are turned into row. Without unchanging the value and with the unchanged value, I am getting the answer same. This is what the property 1 says. Property 2 says that if any 2 rows or column, either 2 row or either 2 column, this is the expand of it, of the determinant are interchanged. If the 2 rows or columns are interchanged, then the value of the determinant change its sign. At the property 1, we have turned the row into column and column into row, and we get the same value, that is D is equal to D dash. We get the same answer. But over here they have said that we need to interchange only 2 rows or 2 columns. So the property 2 says that interchange only two rows. So I'm at this example, I'm going to interchange the row 1 and row 3. I'm going to interchange it. Like this is the D value. I'm going to take D dash value. I'm going to interchange row 1 is equal to row 1 into row 3, row 3 into row 1. So row 1 is 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take it as row 3, 2, 3, 4. And row 3 value is 3, 5, 4. I'm going to take it as row 1, 3, 5, 4. And 1, 3, 2 as like as. So after finding the value of determinant of D dash, I got the value as 6. But D value is minus 6. So the property 2 is also proof that if any two rows or two column of the determinant are interchanged, then the value of the determinant changes its sign. Yeah, it exactly changes its sign. At D I got minus and at D dash I got in positive sign. So the property 2 also is also proved. Now the property 3 says that if any two rows or column, either two rows or column of the determinant are identical. Identical is nothing but the same. If two rows or the two columns are same value, has the same term, then the value of the determinant is 0. So let's prove it. I took the example for proving the property 3 in which the determinant of 3 by 3 is given. So over here if you observe it, then the row 1 and the row 2 is identical. Identical is nothing but same value, same term, 413, 413. So the property 3 says that then the value of the determinant will be 0. If I found the value of the determinant, it will be 0. So let's start to expand it. Even the property 3 also proved that two rows or two columns of the determinant are identical. See, at the row 1 and row 2 are identical, then the value of the determinant became the 0. So the property 3 also true. The property 4 says that if each element of a row or a column, either one row or one column of the determinant is multiplied by a constant k. A k should be a constant term. It can be of any number, it can be of any real number. Then the value of a new determinant is k times the value of the determinant. Now we are going to prove it. So let's start it. So let's take the example, as this example is already took for proving the property 1 and 2. Even for proving the property 4, I am going to take the same example. So the D value is given and even the value of the determinant also we have done. I am going to take the D dash value. D dash value says that I am going to multiply the k term. Multiplying the k term at R2. At the row 2, I am going to multiply it by k. So row 1 and the row 3 will be as like as 2, 3, 4 and 3, 5, 4. Okay, but row 2 will be multiplied by k. So 1k, 3k, 2k. Okay, this k will be same for each and every number. If the k value is 1, then 1 multiplied by 1. If the k value, even here also it should be multiplied by 1, even here also multiplied by 1. If example, if multiplied by 2, k value is 2, then the same value occur over here also. Let's expand the 3 by 3 determinant. So after expanding it by the constant row 1, by expanding by row 1, I got the answer as minus 6k. Minus 6 I took as a common because minus 6 is the value of the determinant D. So finally I got the answer as D dash is equal to k times D. This is what the property says, that if each element of a row or a column of the determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then the value of the new determinant, is k times the value of the given determinant. So even the property 4 also proved. Now the property 5 says that if each element of any row or column, either one row or either one column of a determinant is expressed as a sum of two term, then the determinant can be expressed as sum of two determinant. Sum of two term can be expressed as sum of two determinant. This is what the property 5 says, that I've given a short example of it. Sum of two term of the determinant is expressed as sum of two term. So sum of two term, b1 is first term and y is second term, c1 is first term, z is second term, a1 is first term, x is second term. This is sum of the two term. Then the determinant can be expressed as a sum of two determinant. I have just split the value, that a1, b1, c1 as the first determinant and x, y, z as the second determinant. Then they says that the value of the determinant will be same, will be equal if, example, the value of the determinant is 2. Then they says that even the value of this determinant will be also 2. In place of a1, a2, a3, you can put the value any real number. If you will put it, then you will get the same answer. So this is how the property 5 says that, and even it proves. So the property 6 is basically done from the property 5 and the property 3. With the help of the property 5 and 3, the property 6 is derived. If you will read this explanation, you will find it. Like, if each element of any row or a column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant, by some constant, and this product are added to a corresponding element of any other row or a column, then the value of the determinant remains unchanged. So I'm going to prove it, but with the help of the property 5 and 3, you will get the answer for the property 6. You can prove it. So for property 6, I took the same example as we took earlier for property 1 and 2. Now the property 6, one by one I'm saying, and as like as I'm doing it. So if each element of any row or a column of a determinant is multiplied by some constant, any of one row or a column is of the determinant is multiplied by some constant and their products are added. Okay, some constant multiplied by a some constant. K means a constant value, and I'm going to multiply it by R2, and these products are added to a corresponding element, and these products means multiplied terms are added with the corresponding value in which I'm going to operate it. R3 I'm going to operate it, so corresponding value will be R3 and multiplied by a constant term, that is K. If I'm multiplying it, the same thing I applied over here. Row 1 and row 2 I'm going to write as like as, but at row 3 they have said that row 3 plus KR2. Row 3 is 3 plus K times row R2, that is 1. So K times 1 is nothing but K. Over here row 3 is 5 plus K. Okay, R2 is 3, so 3K. Over here R3 is 4 plus K times the R2. K times the R2 means 2K. So K plus 2K. And by using the property 5, I am going to expand it. Like, over here the term is expanded. A, B1, C1 as first determinant and X, Y, Z as the second determinant I have written over here. With the help of the property 5, I have expanded over here. 2, 3, 4. Over here also 2, 3, 4. Sorry for the mistake. Now the 3, 5, 4 and the K terms at the other determinant. So this determinant is as like as, so I have written D over here plus K I have written as a common. From here K times I took as a common. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. I hope you understood this value. I took the K value as a common value. So the property 3 says that if any of the two rows or two columns are identical, are same, then the determinant will be 0. So over here the two rows, that is R2 and R3 are same, are identical, then the determinant will be 0. So K times 0 is nothing but 0. And it proves that D, whatever the D value is will be there, the same value will also come over here. So the property 6 also proved. Okay, now this is how we have followed each and every property in which it will make each and every sum. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this Ignited Maths YouTube channel, then don't forget to subscribe it.